You ever wake up and feel like the world flipped upside down overnight? Well, buckle up because Kanye West just dropped a bomb that's sending shockwaves through the streets and the headlines alike. He's claiming they cloned Diddy. Yeah, the mogul, the icon, the man who built an empire from the ground up, someone out there supposedly made a copy of him. And if that ain't wild enough, Kanye hints that it's not just some sci-fi fantasy. This clone, this imposter, might already be moving through the shadows, making plays, and living a life that should belong to one of hip-hop's greatest. But here's where it gets even messier. Kanye didn't stop at cloning. He's pointing fingers at a deeper game, people behind bars, deals gone bad, and names that could ruin careers if they ever leak. Who's in prison now? Who's pulling strings from behind the walls? Kanye's message is loud, it's raw, and it's terrifying for anyone who thought they could stay untouchable. We're talking about power, betrayal, and secrets that the music industry doesn't want you to hear. And today, Rumor Vortex is breaking it all down, straight, no filter, all streets, all drama. Strap in because this story? It's about to get explosive. It all started when Kanye West, never one to hold back, went public with claims that sounded straight out of a sci-fi movie, but with a street-level twist that makes it chilling. He said someone cloned Diddy. Now think about that for a second. Diddy, the man who built Bad Boy into an empire, who survived the streets, scandals, lawsuits, and came out shining, and someone out there allegedly made a copy of him. Kanye didn't just drop this casually, he made it clear there's a dangerous underworld at play, a network where money, influence, and power collide in ways most of us can't even imagine. Word on the street is that this isn't just about cloning bodies, it's about cloning influence. Diddy's moves, his deals, his empire-building energy, it's allegedly being replicated, and the people running this game? They aren't just fans, they're predators. Kanye hinted that this clone isn't just walking around unnoticed. Nah, he's in the middle of moves that could shake the music world and the streets alike. Deals that should have been exclusive to Diddy are allegedly being hijacked. Projects, brand moves, even money that should be flowing to the real Diddy? Being rerouted. And Kanye is screaming into the void, trying to wake us up before it's too late. And it doesn't stop there. Kanye's statements tie this whole mess to people behind bars. That's right, names in prison now who, according to him, are key players in this web. Some were allegedly trying to control the clone, others were being used as pawns in a bigger game. This isn't some small-time hustle. This is high-level manipulation where freedom, money, and street credibility are all on the line. It's dangerous, it's bold, and it's exactly the kind of drama the hip-hop world thrives on, but most people would rather look away than see the ugly truth. What makes it messier? Kanye claimed that this whole operation is tied to betrayal at the highest level. People you would least suspect are allegedly working behind the scenes, making moves that could ruin careers, topple empires, and rewrite the street code in a heartbeat. And if you think this is all speculation, Kanye insists he's got proof, or at least breadcrumbs that the public isn't ready to see yet. The streets are buzzing, social media is on fire, and everyone's asking the same question. If Diddy was cloned, who's running which empire? And more importantly, who's going down next? This is where the street drama comes in. Because in hip-hop and the real streets, it's not just about fame, it's about survival. Diddy's real-world power has always been a magnet for envy, greed, and danger. Kanye painted a picture of an underground chessboard where every move could be lethal. Clones or not, people are watching, waiting, and plotting. And while the world sees music videos, Grammys, and billionaire parties, Kanye wants us to see the shadows, where the real game is happening. And here's the kicker. According to Kanye, the prison angle isn't random. People currently locked up aren't just victims of the system. Some are players who got caught up in this cloning operation. Others, he claims, are being punished for stepping out of line, for trying to control power that wasn't meant for them. The streets whisper about secret deals, mysterious disappearances, and alliances that go way beyond the clubs and recording studios. And while mainstream media might laugh this off as Kanye being dramatic, anyone who knows the streets knows that when Kanye speaks, it's often a warning wrapped in a prophecy. So, as we dig deeper into this story, we're not just talking about music. We're talking about power, manipulation, and survival. Kanye's revelations about a clone Diddy, people in prison, and unseen battles behind the glitz and glam of the hip-hop world are all pointing to one thing. The street rules are changing whether we like it or not. And one thing's for sure, the empire Diddy built is under threat, and if Kanye's right, the clone isn't playing nice. We're going to break down who's allegedly involved in this game, the names in prison, and how the streets are reacting to Kanye's bombshell. This isn't just gossip, it's a warning from one of the most unpredictable minds in the game, and the ripple effects could hit harder than anyone imagined. Now that we know Kanye went full nuclear with the cloning claims, It's time to break down the players allegedly involved in this underground game. Because in the streets, it ain't just about who's famous. It's about who's moving behind the scenes, making deals that most people don't even see. Kanye hinted that this operation isn't a solo hustle. Nah, it's a network. People with power, money, and connections, some locked up, some still running the streets, are all allegedly part of the same web. Let's start with the prison angle because that's where things get real heavy. According to Kanye, several high-profile names currently behind bars weren't just caught up in random arrests. They're supposedly tied to this clone operation, either trying to control it, manipulate it, or being punished for messing with the wrong people. In the streets, rumors are flying about who these individuals are. Some whispers point to people connected to old-school rap power players, while others hint at newer hustlers trying to leverage street credibility into empire-level moves. The common thread? Money, influence, and survival. Everyone wants a piece, but not everyone makes it out clean. And while Kanye didn't drop names outright, sources close to him say the network allegedly includes executives, managers, and even a few artists who know more than they let on. Think of it like a chessboard, each piece moving strategically, some being sacrificed, some gaining ground. The clone, allegedly modeled after Diddy, is central to this game. If you control the clone, you control access to deals, influence, and the kind of power that can't be bought with money alone. And in Kanye's eyes, someone out there is trying to do exactly that. But let's talk about how this hits the streets. Hip-hop heads aren't just listening, they're watching. Every tweet, every post, every subtle jab in a song is being analyzed. Kanye's revelation isn't just a headline, it's a warning. The streets know that power moves like this don't stay quiet. When someone like Diddy, or his alleged clone, is involved, expect repercussions. Expect alliances to fracture, respect to be tested, and battles that don't make the news until months later. People in the rap world aren't just playing games, they're defending legacies, and according to Kanye, that clone is a threat to the biggest legacy of them all. And it's not just the music world feeling the heat. The corporate side of things, brands, endorsements, even streaming platforms, can get caught up in this mess. Kanye hinted that deals meant for Diddy are allegedly being hijacked by forces controlling the clone. That means contracts could be compromised, millions rerouted, and influence shifted, all while the world watches parties, award shows, and photo ops, completely blind to the battles happening behind closed doors. This isn't gossip. In street terms, it's power theft on a scale that most people can't even wrap their heads around. Then there's the element of betrayal. Kanye made it clear that people closest to the situation aren't necessarily allies. Some insiders allegedly switched sides, seeing opportunities with the clone that they wouldn't get by standing with Diddy. And in the streets, betrayal is deadly. One wrong move, one secret exposed, and your name's in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Kanye's warning reads like a street parable. Trust is scarce, power is fluid, and anyone in the game needs to watch their back. And let's not sleep on the paranoia this is creating. The streets are buzzing and social media is ablaze with speculation. Fans and insiders alike are dissecting every interview, every post, every hint Kanye has dropped. Some dismiss it as Kanye being dramatic, he's done that before. But for the folks in the know, the message is clear. Someone is playing a dangerous game with a clone Diddy, and it could shake the foundations of the entire industry. Lives, careers, freedom, they're all reportedly on the line. Finally, the ripple effect. This isn't just about the clone or the people in prison. According to Kanye, it's a wake-up call. Everyone in the streets, in the music world, and even on the corporate side has to rethink their alliances. Deals that were once safe are now questionable. Loyalty is tested like never before. And for Diddy, the stakes couldn't be higher. He built his empire from nothing, and now someone, or something, is allegedly trying to take it in ways that can't just be fought in courtrooms or on social media. This is street warfare, corporate espionage, and celebrity drama rolled into one explosive mix. What Kanye says it's capable of, how it's allegedly moving in the streets, and the potential chaos it could unleash. Strap in because the real shockers are just getting started. Now let's get into the part that's really blowing minds, the clone itself. Kanye made it sound like something straight out of a dystopian movie, but with streets and hip-hop dripping from every frame. According to him, this isn't just a body sitting around like a mannequin. Nah, this clone allegedly moves, talks, and even operates in ways that mimic Diddy's instincts, his style, and his influence. Imagine someone out there making business deals, building connections, and walking through the streets carrying Diddy's name, while the real Diddy is off living his life. That's exactly the kind of chaos Kanye warned about. Word on the street is that this clone isn't just an actor or a lookalike. It's allegedly part of a bigger operation designed to infiltrate. Kanye suggested that the goal is to replicate not just Diddy's face or voice, but his ability to maneuver through the industry. That's power on a level most people can't even fathom. And while cloning in real life might sound impossible to some, in Kanye's narrative, the clone is active, moving, and making waves that could disrupt entire networks. Deals that should have gone one way are allegedly being manipulated, and the streets are feeling the tension. And here's where the paranoia escalates. Kanye didn't just hint at the clone's existence. He claimed that the streets are already seeing its effects. People in power, people in prison, and even those operating quietly behind the scenes are allegedly adjusting their moves because they know the clone could be watching, listening, and executing decisions in Diddy's name. It's a new form of street warfare. Influence without presence, control without visibility. And according to Kanye, anyone who underestimates this is in for a rude awakening. The clone, Kanye says, is also a test. A test for loyalty, for alliances, for who's really in the game and who's just along for the ride. People Kanye named, or at least hinted at, are allegedly being forced to make moves they wouldn't normally make because the clone is shifting the balance of power. And in streets, balance of power means survival. One wrong decision, one misread, and suddenly you're not just losing influence, you could be looking at prison time, lawsuits, or even worse. Kanye's warning paints the clone as a disruptor, a catalyst that could trigger a chain reaction from the studio to the streets, from the boardroom to the block. Social media is buzzing with speculation. Some fans think Kanye's talking metaphorically, saying Diddy's influence has been copied or manipulated. But others, people who've been around the game long enough, are taking it literally, and the streets are alive with whispers about shadowy figures making moves in Diddy's name. Every post, every mention, every subtle reference is being dissected. And according to Kanye, the clone is already proving its effectiveness, because some of the people who were once untouchable are now allegedly scrambling to adapt. And it doesn't stop with the streets. Kanye also suggested that the clone could be affecting contracts, brand deals, and financial networks. If someone out there is making moves that look like Diddy's, they could be redirecting money, forging deals, or even influencing decisions at the highest corporate level. For someone who's been in the game decades like Diddy, this is the ultimate violation. Someone taking not just your image but your power, your empire, and your legacy. And the streets see it as a warning. Even icons aren't untouchable. Kanye made it clear that the clone's presence is a double-edged sword. On one side, it's a tool for whoever controls it. On the other, it's a magnet for chaos. People in prison, people running businesses, and even artists who thought they were untouchable are allegedly caught in a whirlwind of uncertainty. Loyalty is questioned, alliances shift, and the streets are buzzing with fear and fascination at the same time. In Kanye's eyes, the clone is more than a body, it's a power move, a statement, and a warning all rolled into one. Finally, the stakes are personal. Kanye's revelations aren't just about drama. They're about survival, about protecting legacies, and about exposing the harsh realities behind the glitz. The clone threatens Diddy's empire, the people in prison, and the entire network of influence he's built. And Kanye, as unpredictable as ever, is sounding the alarm. The streets are listening, the fans are reacting, and the world is starting to realize that the game they thought they knew is evolving, and fast. Now we'll dive into the fallout, the chaos the clone is allegedly causing, the prison connections Kanye hinted at, and the ripple effects that could reshape the streets, the industry, and everything in between. Hold tight because the story is about to hit its most explosive phase. Alright, now we hit the part where things get really explosive, the fallout. Kanye's revelation about a clone Diddy isn't just some wild theory, it's allegedly creating chaos across the streets, the music industry, and even behind bars. People in prison, people running the streets, and those who thought they were untouchable are all suddenly caught up in a whirlwind of uncertainty. And according to Kanye, the effects are already being felt. First, let's talk about the streets. Word is, alliances that were solid yesterday are now cracking. People who once had each other's backs are allegedly reconsidering their positions, wondering who's really in control, the real Diddy, the clone, or someone pulling strings from the shadows. In street terms, that kind of uncertainty can get dangerous. Moves get second-guessed, trust erodes, and every handshake could be a setup. Kanye painted a picture where power isn't just about money or influence anymore. It's about staying one step ahead of a potential imposter operating under Diddy's name. Then there's the prison connection. Kanye hinted that some of the people currently locked up aren't just victims. They're key players in this larger game. Some allegedly tried to manipulate the clone to gain leverage, while others are being punished for crossing the wrong people. Imagine being inside, knowing there's a clone out there affecting your empire, your deals, and your credibility, and having no way to directly control it. That's pressure, street style, dialed up to a whole new level. And according to Kanye, this is exactly what's making the clone so effective. It destabilizes people who think they're untouchable, forcing moves they'd never normally make. And the chaos isn't limited to just street hustlers or prison networks. Corporate players, labels, and brand deals are allegedly feeling the impact too. Kanye suggested that the clone could be redirecting contracts, influencing partnerships, and even meddling in decisions that were meant for the real Diddy. In a world where image equals money and influence equals power, this kind of disruption isn't just frustrating, it's potentially devastating. Deals worth millions could be hijacked, reputations could be manipulated, and people who thought they were insulated from the drama might find themselves in the middle of it anyway. The social media frenzy is insane. Every post, every subtle reference, every cryptic tweet is being analyzed as a potential clue. Fans, insiders, and street-savvy listeners are dissecting Kanye's every word, trying to figure out if the clone is real, who's controlling it, and what it means for the future of hip-hop. And Kanye didn't leave much room for doubt. He made it clear that this is a warning. The clone isn't just a curiosity, it's a threat. And the streets are paying attention because they know when Kanye speaks, it's often a signal that things are about to hit the fan. But here's where it gets even more twisted, the emotional stakes. The clone allegedly threatens not just Diddy's empire, but his legacy. We're talking decades of work, influence, and street credibility. If someone out there is impersonating him, making moves in his name, and leveraging his reputation, the real Diddy could see his world shift without even stepping onto the street. Kanye's warnings aren't just dramatic. They're about survival, about protecting what you've built, and about exposing hidden threats before it's too late. And let's not forget the ripple effects on everyone connected. Artists, executives, and street figures who thought they were untouchable are allegedly being forced to rethink every decision. Loyalty is tested, alliances fracture, and power dynamics shift overnight. Kanye's warning in street terms is simple. No one is untouchable, no move is safe, and the rules of the game are changing fast. Finally, the suspense is at its peak. Kanye made it clear that we're only seeing the surface. The clone, the prison connections, the secret deals, and the shifting alliances are just the beginning. The fallout is spreading like wildfire, and the streets, the industry, and the fans are all watching, waiting to see who'll make the wrong move, and who'll come out on top. Alright fam, here's where we hit the heart of the storm. Kanye dropped a warning that's not just noise, it's a signal flare for everyone in the streets, the music industry, and even behind bars. Clone Diddy? People in prison tied to secret games? Deals being hijacked? This isn't just entertainment, it's a full-on wake-up call about power, influence, and survival. And if you've been sleeping on the dynamics behind the music you love, now's the time to open your eyes. At Rumor Vortex, we don't just deliver gossip. We break down the streets, the drama, and the hidden moves that most outlets are too scared to touch. You've seen how Kanye's revelations shake up the game. Now, imagine what else is lurking in the shadows, the secrets the industry doesn't want you to see. This is the kind of information that changes how you look at alliances, loyalty, and the true stakes behind fame and fortune. So here's what we want from you. Stay locked in, stay alert, and don't let anyone tell you what's real or fake. The streets talk, the industry moves, and the truth is often buried under layers of hype and money, but Rumor Vortex digs it out for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and join the crew that doesn't just watch the game, we break it down piece by piece, story by story. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is really behind the clone operation? Who's controlling the moves from prison? And how do you think Diddy's empire survives this storm? Your voice matters here because this isn't just Kanye's story, it's a lesson in power, loyalty, and street intelligence. Stay tuned, stay woke, and remember, in the world of hip-hop and the streets, the game's always changing, but Rumor Vortex always keeps you ahead of it.